Okay. Well, I'd like to introduce myself. Well, um, I'm Yilong Chen. You can call me Yilong for convenience. I'm a software engineer, and I have been working as a software engineer for 80 years, and I have served many some big companies like the Alibaba Group and the Quai 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 application, which is quite like
Okay.
the
Okay.
TikTok in China, and and I uh, and I'm very into the technical knowledge, and I have uh, developed a very uh, popular rapper uh, frameworks uh, on the internet, like on the platform named GitHub, and uh, and achieved about 30 30,000 30,000 star. Yeah, and I and I'd like to move.
Sorry,
Yeah,
sorry to cut you, Elon. Did you say 30,000 stars
yes,
or?
stars.
Oh, stars. Okay. Okay. Go ahead. Keep going.
Okay,
Sorry. You would like to move?
yes. Uh, and I have planned to move to New Zealand, and so I resigned. I have resigned my job, and uh, do my best to seek job opportunities in New Zealand. And I have a work visa, uh, which allows me to work in New Zealand, and I'm free. I'm flexible to work anywhere in New Zealand. But I prefer to work in Auckland. Yeah, that's it.
Yes, that is a really great how can I say, you answered it correctly. Your grammar and expression is really wow. I understood what you were trying to say. It made sense to me. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It was just how can I say? It's it has to flow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yes, like how you see how I'm speaking. I understand that you are trying to get the word into your head and then put it out as well. So there's it's just it becomes shaky, but the words and the answers are perfect. So if they are not looking for fluency, if they're not looking for the like perfect fluency, then you've answered the question correctly. It makes a lot of sense.
Okay.
What work in New Zealand are you looking for?
Uh, I'm I'm looking for a job as a
Mm.
mobile phone mobile
Oh,
developer.
okay. A mobile developer. A
Yeah.
mobile phone developer or an application developer?
Yeah. I'm mobile application developer.
Oh, yes. Okay, perfect. Yes.
Yeah.
So,
Especially
mo
uh, especially
mhm.
I'm a iOS application developer,
Oh,
and and at the same time I have some experience at the back end development.
Okay. Can you go into more detail about what you did with back-end development? What did that entail?
Yeah. Well, generally speaking, I was I was I was working as a iOS developer,
Yes.
and during my during my work, I sometimes I I have to uh, perform as a backend developer to
Okay.
develop some API like the
O-
some some yeah, I mean develop
what
some
yes, what is an API? Do you say EPI?
some let me think about it.
Yes, that's fine.
Okay,
Okay, yes, you can think about it. You can think about it. That's fine.
I mean
But it's good. Yes.
I mean the application programming interface.
Application programming programming interface. Oh, API.
Yeah,
Okay.
which is short for API.
Mm-mm. Yes. Application API, which is short for application programming interface. We start with the short one, API, which is short for which is short for application programming interface. Good. We
Yeah,
don't say application programming interface short for. It's the other way around, right?
yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. Should we move on to the next question?
Okay. In addition, I'd like to introduce the introduce my main role as a iOS
Okay.
developer. I developed
Mm-hmm.
some very popular applications in the App Store, like
Mm. Yes.
the Alibaba Cloud application and the some very popular represented some frameworks uh,
Yes.
use some technologies and like like React Native and Objective C Swift. Yeah,
Okay.
I mean yeah, those are some programming language.
Yes, I can see. Yes, they are. I'm just here for the English part,
Yeah, yeah,
okay? And
yeah. Of
you
course.
can say all the other words. So you said in addition, you say did you say I created or you were a part of?
I
Oh yes,
developed
there we go. You developed some pop. I developed, yeah, let's say some popular frameworks. Did you say frameworks?
uh yeah frameworks and applications.
Applications, yeah, for iOS.
Yeah, for iOS
Is it
platform.
iOS as in
Is the
Apple.
Apple
Okay.
platform, iPhone
Okay.
platform,
Yes. And applications for
iPhone
iOS.
platform.
Yes. So
Yeah,
let's say for the iOS platform. For the iOS platform. Okay, perfect. In addition, I developed some popular frameworks and applications for the iOS platform. Yes, that's a great thing to add. It's really good to talk about your experiences and just tell them everything that you've done. Yeah.
yeah.
And I like and it's good that you used in addition because you were talking about these at first, all of these, and then now you still wanted to go further. So it's good that you used in addition. Okay, great job, Elon. Awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah. What type of work do you need? Contract work or permanent full-time work?
Well, I I prefer permanent full-time work.
Mhm.
Yeah, and if I change,
Why?
yeah, uh, well, because I have a work visa, and
Mm.
it has, and my work visa has a lot of limits. For example, it didn't allow me to work longer than 1 year. So I have to find a permanent full-time job to to help me to apply for a longer work visa.
Oh, let me work for 1 year. Okay, great. So let's put this other one here. To work longer? Is that what you said?
Yeah,
Okay. My work visa has. So does it currently has
yeah.
limits? Okay. So we will say my work visa has a lot of limits. For example, it does not let me work. It does not permit me to work. Does not permit me to work for 1 year. How long is it? How long does it permit you to work for?
It lasts. It allows me to work 1 year in New
Oh,
Zealand.
for okay. For example, it does not permit me to work for more than 1 year. For more than 1 year. So you'll work the year, but you can't further. So because of this, permanent full work, or let's say a permanent full-time job will help me to apply to work longer. Okay, let's see if we can't fix that. A permanent full-time job will allow me to apply. Do you have to apply after you've gotten the job to work longer? O-
Yes.
Okay, so you are not granted to work longer until you have applied.
Uh, yes. I have to have a permanent job
Yes.
With this job, I can I can help. I can apply for another longer work visa.
Okay. Well, I'm going to apply for another longer work visa. Okay. Awesome. Yes, that's much better. This job, a permanent full-time job, will allow me to apply for another longer, or let's just say for a longer work visa instead of saying for another long visa. Okay, perfect. Yes. Thank you. That was a great explanation. That you mentioned why you want this permanent job and the issue around it. Okay. Yeah, this is a great answer. Thank you so much, Elon. Let's move and see the next question.
Okay.
What does it say? Do you have any expectations for the next job opportunities? Any
Well,
expectations? Mm-hmm.
yes, of course. Firstly, I want the next job is located at Auckland, and secondly, I I
Mm-hmm.
I want to perform. I want to take more responsibilities
Mm-hmm.
in my next job opportunity.
Responsibilities in my next job opportunity. Okay, yeah.
Let me give you an example. Mm,
Okay.
I I generally speaking, I work as a iOS developer, uh, but
Yes.
but if the company uh, uh, require request me to perform as another
Mm-hmm.
role in additionally,
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to I would be happy to to do this.
Yes. To do this. Yes. All right.
Yeah, like an backend developer.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Yeah.
if the company asks you to work as a back end developer, you are happy to take this role.
Yes. Uh, in general,
Oh, in general.
yeah,
Yes.
in general, uh, companies in Auckland, in New Zealand, uh, al always let the employees perform many roles
Okay, yeah.
in their position. Like
Oh,
you have to you have to perform uh, as your main role, and in addition, you have to take to
on
take
other roles.
responsibility. Yeah, on other roles uh, like the UI,
Okay.
like
Okay,
the
yes. Yes, Elon, I hear you. I hear what you're saying. So that position that you are in right now, you would have to take on other roles and not
yeah.
just the main role. Is that why you prefer to go to Auckland, New Zealand?
Uh, yeah, I think
Oh, or
more I think more responsibilities will make me more
Right.
professional and
Okay.
help me to enhance my skills in my
Mhm.
career.
Oh, sorry about that. Enhance my skills. Yes. Responsibilities will help me enhance my skills and my experience. Is that okay if I put that there?
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
perfect. Perfect. Okay, let's look at this answer and try put it into right. Okay. We asked you, I asked you your expectations, if you have any expectations for the next job opportunities. We say yes, I would like my next job to be located in Auckland, New Zealand. We know that. New Zealand. Secondly, I want I want to take more responsibilities in my next job opportunity. Yes, that is correct. Yes, on I want to take on more responsibilities in my next job opportunity. Yes, good. For example, I work as an iOS developer, but if the company requests me to perform any other additional roles, I'd be happy to do this. I'd be happy to do this, or I would happily agree. We are turning it from a more informal tone to a more formal tone. Okay?
Okay.
Yes, I would happily agree because let's put that, well, let's fit. Okay, but let's say because more responsibilities, because taking on more responsibilities will help me enhance my skills and my experience. That's how we would phrase that. Would help me. Let me put this in one block so we know that it's just all one sentence. Yeah. Okay, like that. Okay, awesome. That is a really good answer. You do not leave anything unanswered. You make sure that you answer the question as well as give examples, which is a really good thing. You don't want to be too vague. You want to tell them why specifically you have these expectations, right? So, very good job with that. Let's move on to the next one. What is your workplace? What are your workplace
Yeah.
requirements? Yeah.
Yeah. Uh,
Do you?
yeah. Yeah. I'd like to work work in Auckland,
Yes.
New
Okay,
Zealand.
so yeah.
Sorry.
So
Uh, s- uh,
so sorry, Elon. Sorry, Elon. Can I ask you this? Your workplace requirements, your expectations for your job opportunities is you working in Auckland, New Zealand. So what are your workplace environment requirements? Would you like to be in the office? How would you like to work when you are now hired and you are in the workplace? You are in New Zealand. Let's say you are in New Zealand now. You've gotten the job. You are in the workplace. what are your expectations
Okay. Expectations.
in the workplace? What work, how many hours would you like to work?
Okay.
Things like that. Your workplace requirements is what you need in order for you to do your job perfectly.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I think it all depends on the company. I think
Mhm.
I'm flexible to work
Yes.
anywhere in New Zealand, but I prefer to work in Auckland.
Okay, yes.
Auckland, yeah, I
Yes.
mean Auckland is best, but if if my if the company is can provide remote work style,
Mhm.
I think it would be okay.
Oh, okay. You would like to move to New Zealand, but if they can provide remote work, then that is okay also.
Yeah,
Okay,
in
let's
this way,
go.
in this way,
Yes,
I can live in any city of
any city.
Auckland of New Zealand in
Yes.
New Zealand. Yeah,
Okay, let's uh-huh.
yeah, that's it.
Oh, okay, cool. Um, when you are asked these kind of questions, it's for me personally, I believe that saying I would like instead of I want is more better. So instead of saying that I want to move to Auckland, New Zealand, I want to do this. It's how can I say? For me, I would rather say I would like to do this. So
Oh,
I'll
yeah,
use I would
it
like.
sounds soft.
Yes, yes. You're not demanding. You're not saying this is what I want and I want it like this. You are giving them the option to consider, right? So I would like to move to Oakland. However, if the job requires me to work remotely, I am okay with that as it will allow me to work from any city. Is that okay? Is that a okay sentence?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks, Elon. All right. So let's move to the next one. Why why did you resign? You said you have already resigned, right?
Yeah, I have resigned.
You have resigned. Why did you resign?
Yeah, uh, because I had uh, this this immigration plan for a long time, and I and my work visa is has re re reactive
Okay.
reactive a few months ago. So I just begin begin to continue my immigration. So I just resign resign my current job and do my best to seek opportunities in New Zealand.
Mm, and seek new opportunities. That is a big risk, though, Elon, don't you think?
Yes, I think so. But
Yes.
I have or
You have hope.
mm, yeah, I have hope, and also I think I have confidence to
Yes, yes.
find a job in New Zealand
Mm-hmm.
because my friend I have a lot of friends uh in New Zealand.
You,
They
okay.
tell me uh it's it's not so hard for me to find a job to move
Oh,
to New Zealand.
okay. Okay, that's good then. If you're confident, then I am confident in you that you will get the job, okay? So let's make sure you get that interview and everything works out. All right. Let's look at this sentence. I had this immigration plan for a long time and my work visa has reactive a few months ago. All right, let's look at that sentence.
Yeah, sorry, I want to say another thing. I had this immigration plan for a long time, but
Mhm.
the pandemic stopped my
Mm.
plan
Oh yes.
for years.
Oh, for years.
Yeah, for about
Okay.
3 years.
All right, let's say for about 3 years. Oh wow, I'm so sorry about that. Yes, for about 3 years. Okay, yeah, perfect. That's a good addition. Can we not see at the bottom now? Okay. Let me, let's just look at it like this because we can't really see it now. I want to put it over here. I had this immigration plan for a long time, but the pandemic stopped my plan for about 3 years. Full stop. My work visa, let's say, luckily, was it no? My work visa has reactive a few months ago. My work visa recently became active again. Let's say that. My work visa recently became active active again a few months ago. So I decided I decided to continue with my immigration. Continue with my immigration plan. Immigration plan. So I just resigned to my current job and seek opportunities in New Zealand. All right. So I just resigned. So I decided to continue. Okay. Let's say I resigned. I resigned at my current job. At my job. I resigned at my job to seek new opportunities. Opportunities in New Zealand. All right. When is your interview, Elon?
Maybe in few days.
Oh, it's in a few days. All
Yeah,
right.
I have posted my resume to
Mm-hmm.
employers.
Oh, yes. Okay, that's great then. That's really good. I'm really happy that you are pursuing this, and I'm confident that you will get it because your English is good. I'm confident that your English interview will go well because you are able to articulate yourself pretty well. You are clear. You are clear. It's just a matter of now structuring your sentences, right? And making sure everything is in order. But you pretty much have done that. Your sentences are structured. It's not every You're not throwing just anything out into the open. You are actually actively making a sentence so that it flows. So I really appreciate that, and I'm confident that you will um get a job in New Zealand. Okay, but we have come to the end of our class. Sorry for that.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Don't forget to give me feedback, okay? Thank you so much.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, bye bye. Hope to see you
Bye.
soon.